Hey guys, this is Tony with Geek Designs. Today I'm back with another video. Today I want to talk about the corner rounding tool in Affinity. How it works, what options you have, why it might be a little bit different from other tools or other options you've used in other software, some best practices with it, and how to use it in your next design. If you learned something, if you like this, like and subscribe, and let's just hop into it. So here with Affinity, we got our blank canvas. Let's go over to our shape tool first. And first of all, I just want to start out with a regular rectangle. So let's first make this have no stroke. And let's just make this a bright pink so we can see what we're going to do with it. So I'm going to make a rectangle here. Now as you can see, when we actually make a rectangle, we already have our corner presented up here. So we can go in here and we can see our corner options. We have round, straight, concave, cutout. These are very, very standard for all rounded corners or corner options that you see in any software. So let's start with rounded. By default, it goes to 25%. We can adjust this as need. As you see, it's all restrained, which is perfectly fine for us. Now, let's just make this a curve real quick. So we're going to go to convert to curve. Now it's a curve, we don't have any of our tools. We're going to go to our corner rounder tool. It's right here, or C. Alright, now that we have our corner tool selected, we need to actually select a corner. It will not do anything till we do that, so let's select all of our corners first. Now you can see our options have highlighted. As you can see, we have straight, round, or point, straight, concave, cutout, just like we had before. Now I'm going to select round, and now as you see, it doesn't give us a default to start out with, but instead it's actually making our anchor points highlight. So we can now click and drag one of these or all of them at the same time, and it works very similar to any other design tool you've used. So if we grab all of them, it's going to move all of them, and as you can see, it's going to change based on what you do. You could select just two of them and do the same thing. You could just do one of them and do the same thing as well. Also, if you need to get really technical, you can also do that right here in this option down here. But let's say I do this one corner, I want this, but I actually wanted it straight. I can now go and change this depending on what I actually needed. So it gives you a lot of flexibility, a lot of control right out the gate. It's a pretty fun tool to use. One thing I would like to talk about is, say we're doing a rounded rectangle just off the gate. We have that ability as well. We can get rid of the strokes so we can see our shape actually. And as you can see, it's already selected. We can already change this as we need. We can change this as we want and make it however we need it to be. But let's see how the rounded tool works with a little bit more complex of a shape. So let's get a polygon. Let's add some more sides to it. About that many. Built into the shape tool, we actually have a curve, but the curve doesn't work on the corners. This works on the points. So these lines in between them, that's what it's working on. Let's convert this to curve first before we do this. Now that we have this converted to curve, we can go in here. We can edit these points as we need. We can get really funky with it. Like we could say, hey, I want this one to actually be a straight point. And make it a really wild shape. So we have that ability. We have that ability to change these rounded corners, change these corners as we need. It's its own separate tool. It's not built on the shape, kind of like how you're used to Illustrator. You see those points. But it has more fine adjustment and it has better adjustment overall, it seems. I really like how this tool works. If you learned something, if you got something out of this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.